everyone and welcome to Burn Pilates. My name is Lydia. Today I'm going to be leading you through a ReforMAT workout. Reform from the word reformer, mat because that's what we're using. We are using some props today to bring in the resistance training that the reformer is known for. So if you have the following piece of equipment, include them in your class today. Foam roller, using a magic Pilates fitness circle, using a Pilates ball along with a loop band. This one here is by Mary Thew and it has little ankle attachments to it, but as you can see it's a loop, so if you have any booty band you can also use that instead of this one here that I have. For any equipment notes, just look into the description box below and I will have links for any of the equipment I'm using. It's not sponsored, but it will just help you if you are trying to source out equipment and props for your home Pilates studio. Without further ado, set your mat up, grab the equipment that you have, and let's get right into our reformer training here on the mat. We're going to start the class by turning on the abdominal wall that we want to focus on being activated through the whole class. So grabbing your Pilates fitness ball, you're going to be bringing it right behind your sacrum, starting with your magic circle for our arms. Find your C curvature in your lower spine using the ball as feedback. Upper shoulders and back are right away wide. You're stretching your arms out, activating through the ground. Take a full inhale through your nose. And on your exhale, grow that neck long, stretch through your collarbones. Feel a light little bit of activation come into your abs as you squeeze the circle. Just notice where you're breathing into your body here. Make it three-dimensional. Try to fill up your lungs through the backs and sides of your ribs. And as you breathe out, like there's a string attached to your belly button, somebody's pulling it through the ball. You activate your abs. Now start to notice how your feet are on the floor. Are you hip bone width and distance apart? And do you have your knees all the way through inner thighs supported in that same hip bone width and distance? 10 toes grounded, heels staying completely pressed into that mat. Again, breathing in through your nose. Exhale. Last but not least, shoulder stability and arm work. You want your fingers to be long. You're not gripping the circle, and your elbows are stacked in the alignment parallel to your shoulders with a small slight bend. On our next breath in, touch your quads with your fitness ring. And exhale, breathe out, lift up without letting your rib cage pop. Just turning on the abs here, and you will feel that as you lift your arms up higher, the temptation to pop or elevate the chest will come from that place of feeling where the abs have to work. So really focus on honing into your form. Don't give in to temptation. Definitely work from a place of feeling, not ego. Where your anatomical alignment for you is working, you, yourself, your core connection. Again, it's not about the look, it's about the feel. Breathe out. Let's go for 2 more reps. Working with resistance, squeezing in. Turn your muscles on right away. The next time you lower your arms, have them stacked right in your shoulder alignment. Roll your shoulders down and away from your ears and squeeze the circle as you breathe in, softly release and exhale. Hold that circle until your exhale has fully connected you to your core. Exhale for 4. Exhale for 3. Last 2. Last 1. Reach your legs all the way out. Extend your arms up to the ceiling and lengthen your spine. Take a full breath in, hold the tension, and on your exhale, bring your arms down onto shoulder height. Squeeze that circle ring. Deep breath in. Neutral pelvis, neutral spine, rib cage staying connected. You don't want to flare or pop your chest out, nor do you want to slouch. So think right away about the muscles that are keeping your spine long. That means the abs, the erector spinae, your hamstrings are also stretching, sit bones are rooted to the ground, glutes are activated, pelvic floor is activated. Exhale. Go for a last one. Shoulders away from ears. Exhale, lift on up. Hold the lift at the top, and right here 8 times we bend and stretch. Elbows staying right to the sides of your temples. Circle ring is coming down behind your neck. Stretching out through your stomach wall while also activating your pelvic floor muscles. Stretch and strengthen, sculpt all together. Last set of 3. Last set of 2. And exhale, lengthen, finishing with one more. Inhale to bend and exhale to stretch. Take your circle ring all the way down to the floor. Bring your ball out from behind your back. Taking your feet onto your ball, we're gonna go right away into some footwork. You're gonna take your circle ring right between your hands, stabilize your shoulders, collarbones are wide in the floor. And from here, without going into any effort other than noticing where you are today, inhale through your nose. Lungs expanding into the backs of your ribs and sides. Exhale. Contract your abs and feel right away as you're breathing in and out of a supported neutral. Your feet are rounding over the ball. Your shoulders again are plugged down into your mat. Take a full breath in and exhale. The next time you breathe in, reach your arms all the way back. Find the floor with your circle ring. Stretch your elbows out entirely and exhale, ribs knitted together. Reaching your arms back over top of your chest. Inhale. And exhale. The next time you reach your arms back, maintaining that connection where you're squeezing the circle. Feel where your arms are extending out like you want to touch the wall behind you, and lift left leg up off the ball. Tabletop. Shoulders plugging down, breathe in as you lower your left foot to the ball, arms reach back, alternating our walkout right here, right leg lifts to tabletop. Slow and controlled is the name of the game here. And exhale. And no different than working on your carriage. We're taking a walk out that's slow and controlled while we don't have a foot bar and we're not using straps for our arm work. We are still working with a resistance tool and a tool of instability. So imagine your ball just like a carriage, it's light, and you are working to feel equal pressure in the foot that's staying in the ball. As you lift your leg up, you're using your exhale, contracting your abs. Let's go for a last one here. Exhale. Keep your arms where they are, shoulders plugged down. Take your right foot to the ball, and on your next breath in, roll your legs all the way out on your ball. Breathe in. Exhale. Inhale to stretch your thighs. Tailbone staying heavy, neutral pelvis. Ribs are knitted together. Exhale, squeeze your inner thighs together. Deep breath in. Keeping your arms activated, we're gonna add on right away, stretching your arms back as your legs go forward. Breathe in. Don't rush this, and work with the same intention that you'd be working with if you were on a machine, if you were on a reformer. When we work on the reformer, when it's light tension, which it is right here with the ball and with the circle ring, you work slower. So this is all about finding that slow movement, controlled movement. Exhale. Let's go for 2 more. And exhale. You're moving from your abs, you're moving from your core. Go for 1 more here. Deep breath in to stretch. And exhale. Take a moment here to nod on up. Feet are gonna come to the floor. You can place your ball to the side, returning your circle ring back in between your hands, stacking your shoulders down into the mat. If you need to modify, lose the circle and have your arms next to your hips. We're gonna take a few bridges here, and what you're gonna do first is just make sure that, again, you have the connectivity to your arms, either squeezing the circle slightly in or pushing your arms down if they're on the floor. One of the two, your arms are not passive. You're lifting up into a neutral bridge, feeling where your feet, 10 toes and heels are pressing down, squeeze your glutes to the top. From here, keeping your hips in the bridge again, notice where your arms are. It's so easy. Just start to protract the shoulders up, relax them down, feel your ground. Your ground is as important as a carriage would be for the reformer. From here, you can take your next breath in, bring your elbows down, touch the floor like a chaturanga. Exhale as your arms go up, the hips lower down. Breathe in, exhale, lift from neutral. Shoulders plugging into the mat, belly button, drawing the exhale deep into that connectivity through your transverse abs. Keep driving your elbows down to the floor next to your hip bones, always trying to find 90 degrees in between your elbow and your forearms. Deep breath in and exhale. Let's go for a last set of 3. Keep stretching out through your spine as you lower. You're lengthening the space between your vertebrae, finding that length between your ribs to hips. On your last one here, keep your arms all the way up at the ceiling. Again, shoulders, drop them down. Lift your hips up into your bridge. Take a full breath in. And right here, taking a walk out, extending each leg up to the ceiling. Inhale as you lower and alternate. Exhale, stretch. Slow and controlled. Your hips are staying in parallel, which means they are staying stable in parallel. You don't want to feel that one hip is starting to drop down as you extend your leg up. So really work at your own time here and feel the transition as part of the exercise. You're taking your foot down, 5 toes go in, full arch support, heel lowers and exhale, lift. Now you're taking your leg up to the ceiling. You're not bringing it over top of your chest. So no legs should be here. It should be one long line from your hip bone up to the ceiling. It should look like a pole. Deep breath in and exhale. We're gonna go for one more each leg. Squeeze that circle lightly if you have it. If your arms are in the floor, make sure you're pushing them down into the floor. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Hold your hips right here at the top and reach your arms back, touch the ground, and exhale, squeeze that circle. Shoulders plug down into your mat. Inhale, stretching out and back. Feel your biceps, your lats, your upper back is working. Exhale, last set of 4. Last set of 3. Breathe in to stretch and exhale, lengthen for 2. One more. As you take your arms all the way up to the ceiling, slowly lower your hips down. Nod your chin towards your sternum. Peel your shoulders up off the floor using your upper abs. Take your legs all the way to tabletop. Bring your circle ring onto the insides of your ankles. And from here, hands are going to come right behind the nape of the neck. Modify if you want. You can always stay down flat. From here, making sure that your arms are supporting you. Shoulders are peeled up, tailbone is dropped. Flex your feet and start to point your toes, maintaining your legs in parallel, maintaining the connection through inner thighs and abs. Inhale and exhale. Working to the flex and point. This is the same activity that we work through in our footwork if we're in either high half toe position or if we're doing tendon stretch. So you're trying to get that sequentialism on while maintaining resistance to the inner thighs. Gravity is working with your legs and tabletop. Your lower abs should be feeling this. Inhale for 3. Last set of 2. And exhale. Good. On the last one, keep your feet flexed. From here, you're going to externally rotate. Heels look in, toes look out. Take your upper body down. Hands next to your hips. Shoulders plugged into the mat. Take your next breath in. Hold. Squeeze. On your exhale, stretch out. Both legs working together. Inhale to bend. Knees stopping right over top of your hip bones. You can go lower if you feel that you need more challenge today. You can go higher if you need less challenge. But this is exactly what footwork is about on the machine. You're stretching your legs, only now you have the work of holding that circle tight. We don't have a foot bar, so we're using our fitness circle to keep our legs in unison As we press, we push into the midline, stretch for 3. Deep breath in, bend. Ooh, exhale for 2. Go for a last one. Keep the ribs knitted together, stretch on out. You're gonna bring your knees back to that bend. Now from here, parallel to the thighs, internally rotate. Knees look in, heels look out. You're gonna take your arms all the way up, and from here, take your next inhale, reach your arms back. Exhale, arms past the midline, stretch your arms all the way down to the floor, touch. Just hold your legs static. Inhale, lift your arms. Exhale, reach back. Try to get your knuckles to touch the floor, stretch on up. Inhale, shoulders plug down to the mat, exhale. This work again is all about finding that shoulder connection to your floor. The shoulders should not be lifted up off that mat. Feel that it's staying down, collarbones are wide. Squeeze into that circle. Let's go for a last set of 2. Last one. This time, we're gonna set up right away for 100, knot on up, legs in parallel, point your toes and start to pump and choose any variation that you wish for your legs today. Strong arms, strong breath. Eyes towards the circle, lengthen your neck. Feel your abs are contracting. You feel your inner thighs are contracting the circle. Last set of 2. Last 10. Exhale, reach, 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 hold. Take a full breath in, bend your knees, take your circle out, and right away, take your circle down to the floor, somewhere out of the way. Grabbing your ball, bring your hips up off the ground, place your ball underneath your sacrum. Setting up right away with the instability of being on the ball, modify if you need without. Taking your right leg and left leg up to tabletop. You've got your legs stacked in tabletop, and from here, shoulders are plugged into the ground, ribs are knitted in. First, take an inhale. Breathe into your lungs, left, right, and back body. Exhale, navel to spine. You're maintaining your abdominal connection by using the ball to facilitate that feeling of imprint without a feeling of tucking under from your glutes. This is, again, all abs. Toe taps, inhale, alternating. Left leg goes down. Exhale to lift, switching to the right. This is all abs. This is all control. And the further you get your femur away from your hip, the more challenge there will be. Inhale and exhale. Let's go for 8. Shoulders plugging down for 4. Last 3. For 2. Last 1. Take your right foot down to the floor, take your left foot down, lift your hips all the way up from your bridge, take your ball all the way out, place it to the ground somewhere beside you, and from here, taking your hips down, we're gonna alternate a walkout. When you lift your hips up, take your right leg from the floor, stretch on up, bring it through that bend, lower down, touching sacrum to mat, neutral pelvis as you lower, lift from 2 legs, and then stretch left leg up. Deep breath in, we lower. Down, exhale, lift. Deep breath in. Inhale as you stretch, exhale as you lower. This is a great opportunity working here to stretch out through the hip flexors, activate through the stomach wall and glutes at the same time. Let's go for a last one here. Breathe in to lower, exhale, lift. Hold your leg long, and from here, 6 times, you're going to lower, touch your sacrum to your mat, full single leg bridge, exhale, lift. Activate your arms and shoulders into that floor to help you. Make sure your hips are staying stable. Last 3, exhale, lift. For 2, exhale, lift. Finishing with 1 more here. Breathe in, exhale, lift. Taking your foot all the way down, switching sides, right leg lifts all the way up, shoulders plug down. Breathe in 6 times. Lower your sacrum, find the floor in full. Exhale. always bend your elbows and press them down to the floor. Try to find where your hips are stacked, abs are activating you right here. For 2. Last 1. Exhale, lift, and smoothly taking your right foot all the way down. Inhale at the top. This time, guys, as we lower, let's go down 1 vertebrae at a time, 3 times, massaging your lower back into your mat, into your carriage. Deep breath in, and exhale, scoop, navel to spine, scooping all the way up. Try to feel this like a stomach massage. You're drawing your belly in and out so that you can get that full work of mobilization through your pelvis, through your spine. Once you release to neutral here, take your arms, reach all the way back. We're going to do a Pilates roll up. Deep breath in, arms pass through center. Exhale, take your hamstrings if you need. Roll all the way up. And from here, we're gonna grab right away our foam roller. For this exercise here, you're gonna bring your foam roller in towards your ankles, walk your knees down into the mat, take your body all the way into an all-fours position where you've got a nice width across your chest and back. Very similar to if we were on the carriage, the hands are framing those shoulder rest blocks. From here, you're first going to take your right toes, find the foam roller, and slowly stretch it out of the way of the left leg. Flex your left toes into the mat. Continue to stretch that foam roller out. Extend your right toes into a long point. Take a full breath in. On your exhale, you're going to roll the foam roller in towards your left foot, stretch your right leg out, press the foot down into the foam roller. So you're moving in and out with your right leg as if you're moving the carriage. There is a sweet spot in finding this roll because you want to apply enough tension down into the foam roller by feeling your foot press down. So just know that you might have to adjust because the foam roller obviously has a certain diameter and it might start to roll just a bit away. It's part of the nature of the exercise. Push down though. Feel right away what happens in your stomach wall. We're just going to do about a total of 8, so let's just go for 2 more here. Just find that, roll in, and then press on out. Nice. Go for a last one, roll on in, deep breath in, and exhale, stretch. Now once you have your foam roller out, take your left arm down, have your right toes flex directly on top of the foam roller, have your right arm in a solid bend where you have basically a single arm push-up position. From here, you're gonna push down into the foam roller, down into the floor, use your left toes and lift and float, just like that. Breathe in as you lower down, and again, apply pressure down into your mat through forearm, hand, toes, and toes. Right toes press down to the foam roller, the left toes move that friction into the ground to help support you as you lift. You're using, again, left forearm and lat, right arm through lat and upper back. And exhale. Go for a last set of 2. You're keeping your foam roller / carriage still. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. Last time. Exhale, hold the lift right here. Square up your body. Keep your hips lifted where they are. Take an inhale and 5 times. Exhale, we pike. Inhale, you lower down. You're pushing the left forearm into the floor. You're keeping your left foot flexed. Your right toes are equally pressing down to that foam roller. Deep breath and move where you can. Last 2. Full body. Exhale, last one. Stretch on up. Take your left knee to the mat, to the floor. And from here, right leg comes off. Child's pose, stretch it out. And when you're ready, just setting up for the second side, unravel onto all 4s. Hands open up wide. We start first with our foam roller press outs. The right toes, flex them to the floor. Find the foam roller first with your left leg. Flatten your toes so you have an ability to roll the foam roller in and out. And be prepared to have that little bit, again, of almost just intuitiveness in the movement so that you can always adjust as you feel the foam roller start to slip and slide. You exhale, draw in, right there. Didn't get enough foam roller myself. Oof, I'm exempling this really good, guys. And stretch on out. An example of finding the connectivity, and then being able to work. So there's a sweet spot. I wasn't in the sweet spot before. Now I am. You wanna push the left leg down into the foam roller so there's tension coming into the abs. It's all about opposition. How do the abs pull up? Well, you gotta press down somewhere like a button. Lats engaged through your upper back. Make sure your shoulders aren't rounding. You're not flexing into your wrists. You're using your back always. And that comes from your core. Let's go for another set here of 3. Exhale, press down to that foam roller. 4, 2, practice moving away. Foam roller's your foot bar. And as you stretch out this last one, you're gonna hold. Now we're gonna lower right elbow down first. Find the foam roller second so that you have a full connectivity to your left leg staying long. Your right toes are staying flexed. Take an inhale, and on your exhale, you press down to the right form, to that left hand. You lift the right knee up, and boom. Deep breath in. Just small. Exhale, left toes press down. Stretch through your spine. Squeeze your left glute. The more you push down into the floor, the more you push down into your ground, into your foam roller, the more activated you can get through your abs, through your whole body. Again, left butt, that long leg. Squeeze the butt of that long leg. I'm saying left. I want you to squeeze the left. I know it's like, wait, what? What side? Pilates sometimes gets us into this brain game of, is it right? Is it left? It's left. Squeeze the left butt. That's the long leg. Exhale. Deep breath in. Whew. Feel the difference on the side. I'm finding it a bit harder myself. Hold this here 5 times. Deep breath in. Exhale, we aim to pike. And when I say you aim, you play with where you are today. The foam roller is where you're pushing resistance down to keep stability, and that right thigh is stretching. Take your abs up like a teepee. Deep breath in, float over top of the floor as you come down. And for a modification, you could always touch. Guys, last one. Exhale, deep breath in, and smoothly come down. Take your left leg off the foam roller and stretch on out. I got the heart rate up just a bit. Setting up from here, unravel one vertebrae at a time. Bring your foam roller around to the front of your mat. Grab your Pilates ball. Also grab your fitness circle ring. You're gonna bring your ball behind your lower sacrum. Take your foam roller underneath the arches of your feet. Take your circle, and instead of holding the foam, you're gonna hold from around the outer ring where there is no foam. The reason being is because we're not squeezing in now, we're pulling apart. Feet are stacked about hip bone, sit bone width and distance. Find your C-spine. Activate your abs again right away. In, shoulders back and down, keeping your feet stable. On your next breath in, we lift the arms up, we exhale down. As you lift up, pull that circle apart. Feel this activation through your upper back, shoulders away from ears, neck is long. The higher you go, the temptation again will be to have those ribs pop. The second you feel your chest lift, your arms have gone too high or your abs haven't been able to hold the posture. So take note, because if you're lifting even to here and your chest is lightly lifting up, then you've lost the form. So this is a movement that's all about feeling out the ability to keep your ribs closed, keep your chest wide, keep your abs engaged, and use the ball to your advantage. You want to apply feedback not only to your floor, but to the surfaces and your props that you're using for the support, in this case of your feet / legs and abs / back. Go for a last one, breathe in and exhale. Take your circle, bring it all the way down, and as you bring it down, take it to your right quad. You want to have the circle below your kneecap. Take your left arm, stretch it out over top of your foam, and from here, take your right hand over top next to it. Keeping your arms stretched, shoulders back and down, take a full breath in. Upper chest is staying square. Exhale, you start to apply tension, right into that right leg. Press down as you exhale. Inhale, soft release. Working from the core. Last at a 4. Exhale for 3. Definitely feeling this today for 2. Exhale, inhale, release. Last one, press down, down, down. Take a moment, bring the circle up and off, Stretch your legs forward. Let your circle come all the way out where you have now your hands in the foam. Straighten your thighs. Foam rollers underneath your ankles. You're sitting up, finding length through your torso. From here, deep breath in. Exhale, we stretch the arms up. Again, working through this length in our spine, your neutral pelvis. If your hamstrings or calves are too tight and you can't sit up on your sit bones like this, which is very possible, then you simply lose your foam roller. The foam roller adds on that elevation, which forces the hamstrings and calves to stretch more. And if your back is here and you can't sit tall, chances are that foam roller is just applying way too much pressure from where your hamstrings can handle the length. Listen to your body. It's not about doing what looks good, it's about doing what feels right. Go for 2 more. Exhale to lift, and deep breath in to lower. Exhale, hold your circle all the way at the top, and right here 8 times bend and stretch. Elbows parallel to the temples, giving that circle a light little bit of a squeeze and focusing on your lats and your back. Abs staying toned in to length. Exhale, stretch and reach. Creating space between elbows to ribs, ribs to hips, which is all in the stomach wall. Exhale for 2. Deep breath in. Finish your last one down and up. And we take the arms as you lift all the way up. Bring them onto shoulder height, shoulders back and down. And from here, little squeezes for 10. Exhale for 9. For 8. Neck staying long and looking from side to side. If you feel that you're starting to get tight, make sure you can still mobilize. Squeeze right to the pecs and chest, right to the arms. 5. 4. See if you can hold that circle squeeze a little longer and longer for 3. 2. Last one. Squeeze your circle, taut, 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 and release. Stabilize, ball behind the sacrum. You're going to bend at your knees. You're going to have again, hip bone, sit bone width and distance, feet returning to the foam roller. Take your circle, hold again between the side plastics, alleviate the foam. The foam should be north and south. Take a full breath in, shoulders back and down. Exhale, activate your abs. Navel to spine. Breathe in and exhale, lift. Inhale to lower, control the resistance down, pull that circle apart, try to split it, try to create an oval shape. Exhale. Ribs staying closed, ribs staying knitted together. Breathe into your lungs to the back. Exhale. Cinching your waistline. Go for 3. Last 2. Finishing your last one here, breathe in and exhale, lift, lift, lift. As you lower, foam goes right on top of left quadricep. Again, make sure it's not on the kneecap. Take your arms, stretch on out, palms together. You're reaching your arms towards that left, but your shoulders are square in center. Take an inhale, exhale. Hold the tension down and don't let your arms bounce. Don't even pulse it. You want to hold the tension down to feel no different than if you were arms pulling straps. You're working that resistance like a machine to stay in feedback and then release. Make it hard for 4. Exhale. 3. Deep breath in. Last 2. Last 1. Stretch down, down, down. Take a moment. Inhale. And exhale, lift. From here, stretch your legs out. Release the foam roller. Don't worry if it rolls away. Place your circle down. Take your ball all the way up from your lumbar spine. From here, you're gonna hold your ball. Take an inhale. On your exhale, reach forward, 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 dive. Where your ball touches the floor, where your arms touch your body, that's where you stop. Take a full breath in. Unravel, exhale. Restack up, spine and neutral. Inhale, and again, exhale. Belly button to spine, you reach up and over. Feet stay flexed, legs stay long. Last time. Unravel, take your ball all the way to the ceiling. And from here, just taking an alternating twist, keeping your feet flex. Inhale, ball goes into the right hand. You reach your right arm out, eyes follow. Try to see your ball as you stretch and breathe in, switching sides. Inhale, And exhale. Fully breathe. And don't finish your twist until you exhale every last bit of oxygen out. Hamstrings pressing down. Feel this work in length as you twist. Let's take a last one each side. And exhale, reach, 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 reach. And inhale, lift, 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 lift. So bring your arms all the way back through center. Relax your toes. Take your ball, bring it all the way down to the mat. We're gonna take the foam roller out of the way. Make sure you've got space on your mat. And from here, grabbing your loop band. So if you have a classic loop band, you're gonna walk your ankles directly into it. Mine has, again, these little ankle attachments, which are really great when you're doing standing work. And so it's just a little piece that you can add on to your Pilates gym to have more choice, which is always the theme of the class. You're gonna bring your body down onto your left side to start. Forearm in the floor unless you need to modify, in which case you could be all the way down with your head supported. You're activating through your obliques and you're right over top of your left hip with your right. You want to feel that connection, so push your right hip down. You're keeping your feet on a soft diagonal forward from your hip alignment. So my hips, if I look at my legs, are behind my heels. My sit bones go this way, my legs have a slight diagonal. If you're unclear and you're a little bit unsure of your body awareness, have your butt literally at the back of your mat, still on the mat, but on the back line of the mat, so that your feet can be on the top corner and you will be in the chef's kiss positioning for your body. Pressing down to the floor, collarbones are wide. Use your right hand as you need to support yourself, lift your right leg up and activate the resistance. Now right away, you want to feel one of two things, that the leg is lifted and the band is taut and you're working just like that. The bottom leg is pressing down to the floor as your number 2 focus. So there's equal resistance that's coming from both sides in support. From here, keeping your body elevated, take a full breath in. Exhale, kick your foot forward, a little further away from your tension line. Inhale, take your leg back now. Exhale, stretch behind your start line. Inhale, take your right leg back over your left. Exhale, so hip pulls back. We keep the leg long. Inhale, exhale, stretch. Your body is going to be slightly tilted forward as your leg goes back, just like you're thinking of keeping your back connected to a wall right behind you as your leg goes forward. So you're always working those oppositions. Breathe in, exhale. These reps should come in right away nice and quick because that's how activated you are in the tension. And inhale and exhale. You're gonna take your leg, you're gonna hold from here, the extension back, point your toes. If you can take your right hand from behind your head, bring it behind your head, make sure you're activating through your obliques, and we lift and lower for 10, 9. Feeling this work right through the external obliques, right through your piriformis muscle. Keep lifting for 6, right into the tension. Don't let it get slack. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, right away, take your legs in. We bring it to the second side. Moving to the second side, find your same form. Soft diagonal forward, legs out long. Left leg is lifted, starting with your hips stacked. Take your next breath in and exhale. We move forward. Inhale. Exhale, we move back. Foot flexed. Feel the difference right away. And tap in to where you know 100% you're aligned. Right ear over top of shoulder. You're using your obliques to lift up from the ground. All that gravity is trying to do is pull you down, and you're trying to press it away. Exhale. Keep that tension taut through the outer thigh and keep pressing down to the ground equally with your right outer thigh. I want you to have full connectivity to your legs. Exhale and deep breath in. Ooh. Exhale, reach one more time forward and back before we pulse. Inhale and exhale. Abs tight, collarbones wide. Last one here. Take your leg back, point your toes, hand goes where it can behind the head. At a challenge point, we lift for 10. For 9, don't sink your body. Keep pressing that floor away. Exhale, it gets tougher and tougher to lift the leg. Try to keep the band taut. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, lift and smoothly come in. You're gonna take your body down, keeping your band around your ankles. Take your legs all out towards the ceiling. Find a full stretch, open up your thighs just a little bit wider than your hip width distance, or even wider if your band is lighter. Keeping your legs long and parallel, stretch as much as you can through your hamstrings, flex and point your toes. You're maintaining tension to the outsides of your thighs, very similar to how we'd work on the machine, only instead of it being feet in straps, it's feet in a strap. Flex and point, keep working through that outer tension for 4, for 3, last 2. Just like we worked with the fitness ring, we're going to go into external rotation. Flex your feet. First, bend your knees, externally rotate. Heels and toes in the external rotation. Feel this come from the hips. Hands wherever you need for support of your lower back. Take a full breath in. Choose your distance as you exhale. Stretch. Hold the resistance of the band at your maximum, and even think of how you would be working here with the machine. Again, foot bar. You're stretching your heels into the foot bar. You're pressing your legs out and away. Abs tight. Exhale, shoulders plugged into the mat. Deep breath in. Exhale for 3. Working from the glutes, working from the core for 2. Deep breath in. Last 1. Take your legs all the way through their bend. Return your thighs to parallel. Keep your hips, again, in the support of what the tension is doing. We want to have knees in the stacking of parallel to the ankles, parallel over top of your hip alignment, but not over top of your hip bones. You're opening up. You're keeping this abduction. Take your hands, reach them up off the floor, reach them back. Inhale. On your exhale, pass your arms to the midline. Nod on up, thoracic curl as a choice. And from here, any leg work that you want to add on, you add on. We're doing 50, 100. Here we go. You can keep your legs in tabletop the whole time. You can hold them stretched if you want, but make sure the tension is not bouncing. You're keeping that width. Last 20. Last 10. Breathe out, stretch, 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 stay. Take your upper head, neck, chest, arms, shoulders down, finishing right here. Right leg presses away for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep your legs wide, hold that right leg still, press that left leg for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Smoothly release, take your knees, bend them in towards your chest, grab your shins, and just give yourself a moment here to slip off the elastic band. Take your feet all the way down to the floor, open butterfly. Stretching through the hips when you're ready, feet to the floor, bring your right foot, flex it over top of your left quad, and find a thread the needle. Opening through your hip, opening through your glute. Keep stretching and find space between your right hip bone and your right rib. Tailbone grounding. Switching sides when you're ready. And of course, this is a stretch that you can do throughout your day. It's one that just helps the body remind itself to release the hips, to keep muscles like the glutes active. We want to stretch them out. When you're ready, take your knees in towards your sternum. You can roll up to the side or roll up in center. And from here, guys, I'm going to take advantage to say thank you for joining me for this class, for challenging your body, using props, and getting the most out of resistance in a really intentional way. If ever you have questions about the props, about the class, definitely hit me up in the comment section below. I look forward to seeing you at the next ReforMAT training. I look forward to guiding you through your next Burn Pilates class. I wish you an awesome morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, and I will see you at the next Burn.